Everyone wants to make millions from stocks, but most people have no clue where to start, or worse, they fall into the trap of hype and misinformation. The idea of turning a small amount of money into a fortune sounds too good to be true, and sometimes it is, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. In fact, thousands of everyday people, students, retail workers, part-time hustlers have built significant wealth through the stock market. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't just luck. It's about understanding how the market works, developing the right mindset, and applying consistent strategies over time. This video isn't about secret tricks or overnight success stories. It's about the truth, the real steps people take to turn hundreds into thousands and thousands into millions. So if you've ever wondered how people actually make millions from stocks, stay locked in. This might be the most honest breakdown you'll hear. Section 1. What making millions really looks like. Making millions from the stock market isn't usually glamorous or instant. Sure, there are exceptions. Those who bought Tesla, Nvidia, or Amazon at just the right time and held through explosive growth. But those cases are rare and often involve a high tolerance for risk and volatility. Most millionaires in the stock market didn't get rich overnight. They built wealth by making smart decisions consistently over years. For instance, if you had invested $10,000 in Amazon in 2001 when it was struggling post-dot-com crash and held that investment through its rise, you'd be sitting on millions today. Likewise, investors who put money into the S&P 500 index fund decades ago and let compound interest do its work have also reached seven-figure portfolios without ever picking a single individual stock. On the flip side, there are short-term traders who learned how to capitalize on momentum, patterns, and news cycles. They made millions through skill and discipline, not luck. But here's the point. In almost every case, wealth was built with purpose, not by accident. Section 2. 3. Proven paths to millions. There are three main paths to making millions from stocks, and each one caters to a different personality, risk tolerance, and time commitment. The first is long-term investing, which is often the most stable and accessible strategy. This approach involves buying high-quality companies or index funds and holding them for years, even decades. Investors like Warren Buffett made billions using this simple philosophy. Buy great businesses at fair prices and let time do the heavy lifting. The second path is active trading, day trading, swing trading, or momentum trading, where people use technical indicators, price action, and volume patterns to buy low and sell high over much shorter periods, sometimes in the same day. This method requires much more time, research, and emotional control, but when executed well, it can lead to massive returns. The third path is leveraged growth, which involves using options, margin, or highly volatile small-cap stocks. These strategies can accelerate gains dramatically, but also come with enormous risk. Think of it like rocket fuel. It can take you to space or blow up in your face. Some traders have made millions using options or leveraged ETFs in just a few years, but it demands a deep understanding of risk and market behavior. Your path depends on how fast you want to grow and how much risk you can truly handle. Section 3. What millionaire traders know. Millionaire traders think very differently from beginners. While new traders often chase the next hype stock or trade based on emotion, professionals follow a system. They understand that the stock market is not just about making money, it's about protecting it. They accept that losses are part of the game and focus heavily on managing risk. One of the most important things millionaire traders do is control their downside. They never risk more than a small percentage of their portfolio on a single trade, and they always have an exit strategy. They use tools like stop-loss orders to protect themselves from emotional decision-making. They keep detailed journals of their trades, constantly reviewing what worked and what didn't. Millionaire traders also invest time into continuous learning. They study market psychology, chart patterns, macroeconomic news, and trading psychology. They know the market is always evolving, so they evolve with it. Perhaps most importantly, they detach emotionally from wins and losses. They don't celebrate every gain or cry over every loss. Instead, they treat trading like a professional sport, consistent training, measured performance, and long-term growth. The key difference? They're not guessing, they're executing a plan. Section 4. Tools and habits that lead to wealth. While mindset is crucial, tools and daily habits also play a massive role in building wealth through stocks. Successful traders and investors don't rely on luck. They use platforms and software that give them real-time data, edge, and insights. At the bare minimum, you need a reliable brokerage account with low fees and a strong user interface. But that's just the start. Charting platforms like TradingView or Thinkorswim help analyze trends and spot trade opportunities. A good stock scanner saves time by highlighting high volume, high momentum stocks that fit your criteria. Beyond the software, the wealth building habits are just as important. Keeping a trade journal helps you spot patterns in your own behavior. What kind of trades you win, which ones you lose, and why. Setting alerts, preparing a daily watch list, and reviewing trades regularly creates a consistent feedback loop that improves your strategy over time. The top traders also stick to a trading plan religiously. They know when to enter, when to exit, and how much to risk. They stay disciplined when the market gets emotional, and they avoid revenge trading after a loss. They track results weekly, not daily, and they focus on process over profits. These habits don't just make you a better trader, they make you a wealth builder. Section 5. Can you make millions? The real question you're probably asking is, can I make millions from stocks? And the answer is yes, but only if you're willing to approach the market the right way. There is no shortcut, no guaranteed play, and no secret stock that will make you rich overnight. But if you're patient, consistent, and willing to learn from every trade, your odds increase dramatically. Making millions in the market is the result of thousands of small decisions done right, choosing a good setup, managing your risk, walking away from a bad trade, and letting a great one ride. Most people fail because they try to get rich quick, or they give up after a few losses, but the ones who win treat it like a craft. They stay in the game long enough to see compounding take effect. Whether you're starting with $100, $1,000, or $10,000, you can begin the journey. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need a finance degree. You just need the discipline to show up, study, and stick with it. So yes, you can make millions, but only if you treat the stock market with the respect it deserves. If this video opened your eyes to what's really possible in the world of stocks, now is the time to take action. Subscribe to this channel for no hype breakdowns, real strategies, and weekly videos that guide you step by step.